I'm Adrian Wilson, PI on this project, and I'm going to read you something about birth from Percival Willughby's book, Observations in Midwifery, written in the 1660s, not printed until the 19th century, reprinted in the 1970s, the 20th century, and a failure in its time, intended to educate midwives. He never reached that audience. But he's reached a modern audience of historians like me. And early on the book, he's introducing the book itself, and the subject of midwifery, and the role of the midwife, and how he sees that role. And that's what this little extract that we're going to be looking at pertains to. Every delivery, he says, hath taught me something, or at the least hath confirmed my practice. For although much practice enlighteneth the understanding, yet midwives shall sometimes find that all bodies be not alike, and that some unexpected newness or casualty may happen in the mother, or in the child, or in the labour, or in most of them, the which I have sometimes seen. So what Willughby's saying there, just to interrupt, to comment, he's saying childbirth is unpredictable. You don't know what's going to happen. But this is not our modern concept of risk. He's not putting numbers and probabilities on this. He's saying it's all very uncertain. So then he gives an example. This is typical of the way he proceeds. I knew a woman that was happily delivered of 18 children, yet through an accident happening before her travailing, she died of the 19th in the night after she was delivered. Then he goes on, I desire that all midwives may gain a good repute and have a happy success in all their undertakings, and that their knowledge, charity and patience with tender compassion may manifest their worths amongst their women and give their women just cause to love, honour and esteem them. Then he enjoins midwives to pray to God. Let midwives pray to God to direct them and to bless their women, and that he will be pleased to free them from all the dangers and perilous accidents happening sometimes in childbed. That theme of uncertainty again. And in all their undertakings ever to desire that God will be graciously pleased to inform their judgments, with submitting humbleness to implore his gracious mercy for mitigating their punishment, which is decreed and pronounced against them, and pronounced against them, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And let midwives read the 12th, 13th, 14th and 15th verses of Zechariah, and consider the 15th verse what God said, I was but a little displeased, and in the 16th verse said the Lord, I am returned with mercies. That quotation from the book of Zechariah is there for a specific purpose. Willughby is portraying God as merciful. And this is his commentary on what we see in the book of Genesis, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And he goes on here in this passage to say, God was displeased with Eve, therefore he said, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, not that he would destroy her. So, childbirth is dangerous, but not through God's decree. It just is dangerous. What God has decreed is the pain. He has not decreed the danger. Thanks very much.